It's Tuesday, May 8th, 2012. Thank you for tuning into the 404 show on CNET TV. I'm Jeff Bakalar.
And I'm Justin Yu, and this is the show where, so it's come to this.
It has come to this.
Winter is coming.
Mano y mano.
What? I don't even know what this show title is in reference to. So
Somebody wrote us in the other day.
Yeah.
And had an what is it? The XKCD, that comic?
Okay. Yeah. It's
and he's like, dude, you guys gotta use. What are you wearing? Stirrups?
What?
He goes, you gotta use this as a show title. He's like, so it's come to this. And I was like, all right, we're gonna use that. So here we
dramatic.
go. It's very dramatic. The whole winter is coming sort of thing.
Right.
I wrote on Twitter the other day, the way, the people in the Seven Kingdoms feel about winter is the way I feel about summer.
Right.
So every morning I just sort of like take a knee and pray and go, summer is coming. As the weather gets a little warmer, as the birds get a little louder.
It's gonna be nice this week.
It's gonna be nice this week, but then we fall into the pit of crotch sweat.
Yeah. I have a good question for you.
That's your opinion.
Why are there owls in Manhattan?
Owls?
Yeah.
Are there?
Yeah.
Are there?
Yeah.
Maybe there's just one in your apartment.
I heard an owl outside of my apartment this morning. I was really upset because it woke me up like at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Was it that?
Which is like 4 hours before I'm supposed to wake up.
Was it that like? Ooh. It was that?
No, it went like this.
It wasn't a homeless man?
Yeah, there's a homeless man in the tree outside my apartment.
Just sort of perched up?
What are you doing?
There's a tree outside your apartment?
Yeah, a fake tree. Gary, get out of the tree. How many times do I have to tell you, man?
Gary!
I'm sleeping!
Gary, get out of the tree!
Sorry.
I don't think... Look up here.
Yeah.
I don't think there was an owl in Manhattan.
What else makes a whoo sound?
Richard, back me up on this.
I've never seen an owl in
The
Manhattan.
owls of Manhattan. I'm going to make a documentary about it.
Yeah, the owl in Manhattan.
The owl of Manhattan.
That likes to sit outside my apartment. I don't know, dude.
Shoot it with a BB gun.
Regardless of your stupid owl story, I'm glad to have you back here today, man.
Yeah.
It's been a tough 3 days without you. We had James Gunn on Friday, who was awesome, right? Wasn't he great, Richard?
He was great.
He was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then we had Ty.
Yep,
was
heard the
here one
episodes.
day, and then yesterday we had Scott Stein.
Yeah.
So
So you didn't miss me at all.
No, we did, man.
You
'cause
ain't missing me at all.
there's something about your presence that makes the show
Bad.
more digestible.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
I really, I mean that from the bottom of my, I don't know, heart is what I'm going to say.
Part.
Some organ.
Hey, guess what?
What's that?
So I was back in California for my cousin's wedding.
Where are you now?
Congratulations, Stephanie and Peter, by the way.
Aw.
Anyway, while I was there, they obviously had like a wedding photographer and a videographer and all that
Sure,
stuff.
of course.
At the reception, one of the wedding photographers comes up to me and he's like, "I know you."
No.
Yes.
Asian?
What does that have to do with it?
Because you went to an Asian wedding.
Yeah, he was pretty hot, man.
Was he?
Yeah, that's what you were inquiring about. Anyway, he was like, "Hey, I know you."
That's so cool.
And then I was like, "I don't know you. Why are you talking to me?" No.
What are you still doing here?
Yeah. No, he was like, "I didn't know what you look like, but I recognized your voice."
No way.
Because I listen to the show every day.
No,
He's
doesn't.
like, I watch CNET TV every day.
Every day,
Well,
every
He
day.
didn't say that.
That's so
but-
cool, man.
Yeah, he
What's
was
his
like,
name?
I don't really get to watch the video that much.
Okay.
But that's why I didn't recognize your face.
Sure.
But then when I saw you up there talking, because I officiated my cousin's wedding,
Right,
he
'cause
was like, I
you're-
immediately recognized your stupid voice.
And he's like, hey, and did you like take a photo with him or
I
something?
did not.
No?
Yeah, he
Didn't
turned
wanna-
one of the cameras on himself.
Right?
We took a photo together. We should have.
That's so cool,
But
man.
yeah,
And what
yeah.
was his name?
Gary.
Gary. Was it really?
It was
man?
an owl. No, his name was Gary.
That's awesome.
What's up, man?
Well, hello, Gary, and thank you for listening to our fine program. That's so cool that you got
Yeah.
recognized at a wedding.
At my cousin's wedding.
Look at you,
in Alhambra, California. Of all places.
quasi-celebrity at a wedding there with your things over there.
You got recognized too, right? At a Devils
at a
game?
Devils game a couple weeks ago, yeah.
So there you go.
It's all happening, man.
I think so, yeah.
This is it. It's like our almost famous moment.
It's all come to this.
It's all
getting
come-
recognized at weddings.
Hence the title of the program. It's all come to this.
Yeah. I really enjoy doing this, man. I mean, on
What,
this show,
the show?
I'm pretty like I joke around a lot, but when I'm at weddings, it's all seriousness.
Oh, your business
And,
as usual.
yeah, man, I think I'm gonna try to make a side business out of officiating weddings.
Sure.
If anyone wants to fly me out to say a few words at your wedding, be happy to do so for a small fee.
For a small fee.
Yeah.
And room and board.
Yeah, that too.
That's it.
And at least 1 or 2 bridesmaids.
I was going to say, and a date to the wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That too.
You know, just give this guy some smorgasbord and he's fine. Let's get into some of the stories of the day.
Yeah.
Apparently, New York thieves are now targeting victims with Beats by Dr. Dre headphones.
Yeah.
Good is what I have to say to this. You deserve it.
Yeah. Police sources are, saying that, formerly thieves were sort of targeting like iPods.
They
and
used to go after
iPhones,
the
and
white headphones.
Right, because that was an indicator that you had a smartphone in your pocket.
Not
you had,
anymore.
Like a $500 device.
Right.
Now, they're more ostentatious. They're wearing their $500 accessories on their head.
Right.
And obviously the Beats by Dre are really recognizable. They have that giant B on the side, and they all look the same. There's different models of the Beats by Dre now. The studios are $499. And so, like if you steal those, they have a pretty high resale value on the black market afterward. I don't know if you remember, but last year we actually reported on a similar story. I believe it was in Manhattan where New York police busted a huge counterfeit ring of the Beats by Dre headphones.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yeah. So they were fake, which means that maybe don't buy them secondhand,
Of course
or don't
not.
buy them at all.
Don't. Well, look, I'm not happy that these people are getting robbed.
Even worse is that they can't even hear the thieves coming up to them because they have the music playing so loud.
And they have such amazing bass.
Yeah.
There's no ability to distinguish, danger
Right.
from safety.
Yeah.
I also want to mention the very out of touch headline. Every thug has his Dre. That's insanely out of touch. Thank you, New York Post.
Why is that out of touch?
It just seems out of touch. Like,
Yeah?
what does that? Does that mean every thug has his day?
No.
Is that what they're trying to say?
No, it's a reference to a track.
Oh, I'm the out of touch one.
Yeah. Wait, what? Yeah. Every thug needs a lady. I think it's called.
Okay, that is not what the headline's going after.
Yeah.
Every Thug Needs a Lady is an Alkaline Trio song.
Yeah. No, it's also a Ja Rule song, and I think this one's in reference to.
I think we're gonna freaking pick apart this. I think the headline means every thug has his day.
Oh, really?
Like
That's
has
what I
his
think,
day
too.
in court or something.
I
like
thought
that.
it was Every Thug Needs a Lady, the Ja Rule song.
No, I think you're taking way too much freedom there with
Every
that headline.
Dog Has His Day.
Okay.
Is a Dr. Dre song.
Right. All right. I don't know.
The point of
Either way.
referencing something in a headline is that it needs universal recognition.
Right, and or it has something to do with the topic at hand.
God, we don't listen to enough rap music.
We
man.
do not. We are the white.
I believe it's called Every Dog Has His Day.
I'm pretty sure.
I believe Tupac sang this song.
I believe Tupac Shakur.
Some doctor said it, I believe. My Dr.
What
Dre.
exactly is he a doctor of?
He's a doctor of rhyming, man.
He's a doctor of
Oh,
rhyming.
man. Anyway, the point is just don't buy these Dr. Dre headphones. You could spend less, get better sound, and you won't get ripped off when you're waiting on the subway line. Right?
I didn't realize. I just find it kind of interesting that they're going after people with these headphones.
Yeah.
And how does that robbery work? How does that take place?
Oh, well, apparently there was one story about a guy waiting on the subway platform, and someone just literally snatched them off his head
Yeah.
and ran up the stairs.
But
and
what
that was the
isn't
end
it
of the
like
story.
usually connected to something? You know?
Yeah, those things are disconnectable. I
Yeah,
think.
they're disconnectable.
Maybe they should start targeting people looking at iPads and whatnot on the
Yeah,
subway.
I mean
That'd be a lot
that
easier.
seems like a better smash and grab sort of job.
That's right. That's why the iPad Tether on Kickstarter is gaining traction.
The old iPad chastity belt that'll be hitting the market
iPad
very
wrist
soon.
lanyard.
I like that.
Yeah.
The handcuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's a really interesting piece from mentalfloss.com. Apparently, 60% of people cannot go 10 minutes without lying.
Yeah.
I just believe the crap out of this story.
This woman is lying. 50% of the time it works 100% of the time. That's what I thought when I first saw this headline. But yeah, this is a story out of Mental Floss. Really cool blog. You can learn a lot from it. I check it every day. But this is talking about a couple different stories about lying. It cites one University of Massachusetts study that says 60% of adults can't even have a 10-minute conversation without lying at least once.
Now, a lie can vary from a fib, a little
Yeah.
white lie,
Right.
to a huge, massive cover-up.
Yeah, you know that story I told earlier about the guy recognizing me at the wedding? Lie.
No.
Yeah, I was
You're
lying.
You're serious?
No, that's a lie too.
What
I
the
was
hell? I
lying
don't know
about
what to
lying. You
believe
gotta keep on your
anymore.
toes with me.
I am on
Jay.
my I'm on my ass, but I still would
No,
prefer
no.
you not to lie to me in
That
public
was
like
true,
this.
but you have no idea how much I do actually.
No,
lie
I
on
know
this
how
show.
much you lie.
Yeah.
You are a filthy liar.
I'm not even going to the bathroom in those bathroom breaks. I'm just going outside and looking around,
He's-
taking a walk.
You're going out just for the hell of it.
Yeah.
The article says by age 4, 90% of children have grasped the concept of lying, and it just gets worse from there.
Yeah,
That is crazy.
right.
So I mean, let's be honest. Let's maybe go around the room. Do
Oh
you,
my gosh.
what kind of lies do you find yourself telling?
What do I tell lies about?
And who are you lying to?
I don't lie to anybody, man.
You are so full of crap.
Yeah. Who do you lie to?
I lie to everybody I know.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
About what?
No, I don't.
What is the biggest lie you've ever told? Have you ever told anything like about your skills or your health?
Maybe in college I lied my way through a course.
So let me ask you this. This also talks about how 70% of people have told lies on their resumes.
I have not.
Have you ever done that
I'm-
before?
I have not.
You ever lied? I mean, you don't have to say that like you went to Harvard University, but have
Right.
you ever lied about maybe,
Embellished?
like about what your day-to-day activities maybe were?
There's
like
you know,
you
I
led
think
meetings.
that's just PR
Never
though.
did that.
That's just called advertising. The iPhone ads are lies.
Right.
You know, it's just advertising.
Yeah, Samuel L. Jackson doesn't even have an iPhone.
Let alone a temper as which he would deal with Siri in
He
such
doesn't
a
know
way.
how to make gazpacho.
No.
What a
He'd
liar.
be yelling his face off at that thing.
Right.
You know, I hope they die and they burn in hell. Right? That's what he'd be saying.
I like how you've euphemized lie to PR.
It's
good marketing.
But it's true. That's what it is. Advertising. Don't you think at the whole? And I know we're really just biting the hand that feeds us here.
Mhm.
But all advertising is primarily is designed to deceive you.
Right.
Is it not?
Yeah, I guess so. I've noticed an outbreak of people lying about their Instagram photos, saying that they've taken pictures, but they actually found them online, sent them to their phone, and then uploaded that picture,
Repurposing as their own.
claiming that they had taken it.
That is such a low lie, though. That is such a bottom of the barrel
Yeah.
lie.
I've done that before.
You what?
Well, not that I was like
You
claiming
believe
it as
this
my
guy?
own, but
You're a phony.
I just didn't say like hashtag stolen, which isn't lying. It's just withholding the truth.
I don't
If
know.
you believe everything you see on the internet, then that's your bad. You
I don't-
deserve to be lied.
I don't know if I could trust you anymore.
You're
That's
not on Instagram anyway.
I'm not on it anyway. That's why, because it's filled with liars.
Yeah.
Like yourself.
That's how blogs work. No one has original content online anyway. Why should that translate to an app?
But I do think a lot of I definitely I feel like I'm really good at sort of sniffing out people who lie.
Well, this is saying that people that's good at sniffing are sniffers themselves. They're saying that if you're good at lying, or if you're good at detecting a lie,
Yeah.
that means you're a liar.
Well, yeah, maybe, or no,
Yeah.
or at least it sort of denotes that you yourself are, skilled in that. Like I could get away with it if I want. I
Right.
don't lie all the time.
Mhm.
I think there's honesty is a good sort of virtue. It's a good characteristic to have.
You're saying that you're good at telling tells.
I'm
like you
good
can
at
recognize
detecting
tells
people
when
who are
people
full of
lying.
crap.
And how can you do that?
I just is something about I don't know.
Does it have
Maybe
to do
I'm
with
wrong.
like interrogation tactics where you're like looking up to see if
No, not
you're looking
none
at
of
their
that.
eyes to see if they're like accessing their left?
It's a lot. It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It's just the way people handle themselves.
Right.
On the other side of the spectrum, I'm not very good at poker.
Mm.
And you would think I should be good at poker if I could tell whether or not people are lying.
Right.
But it's just in human conversation, in social interaction, you ever get that feeling, that sort of sixth sense that pops up and it's like, I think this guy's full of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You ever have that?
Yeah.
You know what
yeah.
I mean?
I have it with you all the time.
With me. You said with me all the time.
Yeah,
That's
all with
messed
you all
up,
the time.
dude.
No, this going back to this study, it's also talking about how the majority of lies are obviously told online because there's no way you can verify it.
It's easier to.
And the biggest place online that people tell lies is
Facebook.
online dating.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Sure.
online dating websites. So they're talking about how women lie the most on online dating websites about their weight.
Yeah.
Which I think is like pretty standard across the board.
Yeah,
right?
well,
Everyone lies about their weight and their height.
A little bit. Do they? I don't. Do you lie about your weight?
No.
If anything, you add pounds on.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, I actually say that I'm 150 pounds.
How much you really weigh?
$110.
No, you're full of crap.
No,
How
I'm
much?
just kidding. I'm 140.
Okay.
5.
So that's fine.
Yeah.
I understand some people maybe wanting to keep themselves below that dreaded 200 mark.
Oh, right.
Which I always flirt with seemingly on a monthly basis.
It depends on how tall you are.
Depends on how the mood strikes me.
So women lie about their weight. Men lie about their...
How much money they make.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. How'd you know that?
Because
You've clearly done that before.
No, I'm good at detecting lies.
Yeah, okay.
I'm telling you, man, whenever I meet a new person, my first instinct is to sniff them out as a genuine or disingenuous person.
Huh.
And then that's my first judge of character.
Right.
And I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying I believe that I can do this.
Yeah, how do you know how accurate your
I don't know.
tests are? Because
Maybe,
are they like admitting to these lies after the fact? Are you calling them out on their lies?
Sometimes I'll know for like they'll sort of show their hand, later on say something that I know is most certainly false,
right?
But they seem to believe as fact. And then sometimes I'll sort of like do a little recon after the fact, with the person that maybe introduced them. And they're like, hey, what's the deal with that? They're like, I don't know. He says a lot of stuff. I don't know if he's telling the truth all the time.
I lie about this show a lot. When people ask me how the show's doing, I'm like, dude, the show's doing great. We have 3 million listeners every day that download the show.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like stuff that's just completely off the charts.
Totally off the charts. People like our show.
We have more viewers than David Letterman.
Yeah,
is what you tell people.
Ridiculous. David Letterman wants to be on our show.
Seriously. Here's an interesting piece I came across rather. It talks about this really unbelievable sort of promotion that American Airlines tried to do back in 1981. It was called the all-you-can-eat lifetime first-class ticket. Okay, so think about it. So right now, you have an idea. 30 years ago, American Airlines thought it'd be a good idea to offer a first-class ticket with an unlimited usage policy. So you could use a first-class ticket, fly as much as you want. In 1981, it debuted at $250,000.
Wow.
Okay. The last one ever offered but not sold was in 2004 in the Neiman Marcus Christmas catalog, priced at a very fair $3 million.
Wow.
Purchasers could also buy companion tickets that they could use to fly anyone along with them. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The men who bought these tickets, and we're talking about the tickets that were sold in the 80s or 90s, whenever it was, the men who bought these tickets, and the article only calls them men, which is also interesting, went a little crazy. They started flying everywhere all the time.
What?
They pick random people out of check-in lines and give them free first-class upgrades. They'd fly to Japan for lunch and back to the States that night. One of them was costing the airline more than $1 million a year.
God.
And that is when the airlines decided to get rid of them. But
well, there's a philanthropic element to this too.
There is.
He was, I guess, the story was talking about that same guy would give away his
Right.
frequent flyer miles that he had accrued.
And that was the thing, they were giving
to
frequent
AIDS sufferers,
right? But they were giving frequent flyer miles on top of that
for free.
It was this never-ending slippery slope. Why would you do that? If they just purchased a never-ending first-class ticket, the hell do they need these miles for?
Right.
Right?
That doesn't sound like fun either. I mean, a trip to Japan takes like 12, 13 hours.
More,
depending
right?
on where you are.
Crazy. This is a really interesting read. We highly suggest checking it out. We'll throw it in the rundown.
But
today.
you know what? Airlines are still doing this. I remember we gave
not
away
all you can eat. First class, all you can
not
eat.
Not first class, but remember we actually gave away a JetBlue pass.
Right.
That gave you unlimited access to anywhere JetBlue flies for like a month. That was like $700.
Was it a month or was it one trip?
It was a full month.
That's still not going to put a. That's
not
like
a $700 package or whatever. I mean, not for that giveaway, but they still offered it.
I also think it was like the continental United States, or whatever it was.
There were a lot of different.
A lot of little caveats and variables that you had to abide by.
Yeah.
But isn't this? I love interesting stuff. It's why I love Boing Boing. I love they always have such interesting pieces. Offbeat, sort of off the beaten path sort of stuff.
See, I thought from when you posted this title this headline in the rundown. I thought it meant that you could fly anywhere you want and eat as much as you want while you were on the plane.
You thought that?
Yeah. I thought it was like a buffet. I thought like airlines are
Your stomach
introducing
started
buffets.
growling. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounded like a kind of a good idea.
You fat mess.
Yeah. Imagine if
dear.
they just had like a buffet line right in the middle of the air.
Yeah, that's great. Oh,
Be
yeah, that's
awesome.
why I'm getting on this plane to eat the food.
Yeah, I want a deviled egg.
Speaking of airplanes, I want to bring this up real quick. There's a guy who goes by the name of, I think his name is Dan Pink.
Okay.
It's not in the rundown or anything. I'm just going to tell the story. He's a guy who flies around a lot. He says he's on a plane at least once a week. He says he kept getting sick. Went to the doctor. He's like, why am I getting sick? He's like, do you travel a lot? He's like, yeah, once a week. He was getting sick all the time. He has just disclosed a very interesting tactic to use to avoid getting sick. You and I are going to we're traveling a little this summer.
Yeah.
We're going to Comic-Con.
Yeah.
I'm going to E3. We're a lot going on, right?
Yeah.
So he says the thing to do is all you need is a tube of bacitracin, you know what that is, and a Purell hand sanitizer, right?
Okay.
You put the hand sanitizer on, and then you take bacitracin, and you literally like put it in your nose, in your nostril, the bacitracin, and you just rub it around. You just go to town. In there.
Okay. Bacitracin is kind of like a Vaseline. It's like an antibacterial.
Yeah, it's a little
Vaseline type
gross.
substance.
It's gross.
Yeah.
All right. You rub that all in there. You do it with the other nostril. He said since he's been doing it, he has not caught a cold from a plane in 2 years.
Because he can't smell anything?
No, because he says what it does. It sort of like protects your nostrils from sort of harboring these germs that love to live on airplanes. Airplanes are incubation chambers.
Right.
For disease.
Yeah, there's like sick babies.
It's
and
just
stuff.
disgusting.
Old
And then all this
people.
recycled
Old people
air,
harbor
it's just
so much disease.
oh my God. I feel when I'm on the way to Vegas for CES, I sat next to this disgusting mess who got me sick. I was so mad. He says, go for the bacitracin in the nostrils.
Right.
That's free advice, internet.
Yeah.
Abide by it.
You sure? Who told him to do this?
His doctor.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And he's like, I'm going to let you guys in on a little tip. Isn't that interesting?
Also, wear dishwasher gloves when you're on the plane.
Well,
too.
that goes without
Just
saying.
don't touch anything.
Just
right?
just aboard it aboard the plane in a hazmat suit.
Yeah, it's fine.
No one's going to say anything.
I might
to you.
actually try that.
I'm definitely doing it for these 2 trips I got
look
coming
really
up.
gross though
No.
if you have like this snot-like.
I'm just gonna
material
do it
coming
in. I'll do it in like the bathroom or something.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
We'll try that, and then we'll need to take a picture of us
Yes.
both with bacitracin up our noses.
It'll be disgusting.
Yeah.
But great. More 404 right after this. Stick around.
This is the 404 MRFers, the show where we all sing songs.
Welcome back to the 404 show.
Oh man, I got a good story about sleep talking.
Sleep talking, because
So
we
when I
just
was-
watched a video of a kid eating ice cream and trying to fight falling asleep at the
Yeah.
same time.
Quite adorable.
Yeah. What? Let me hear a sleep talk.
So I was
story.
back at home and I stayed over at my dad's house in my little.
This is this weekend.
Yeah, in my little brother's room. Put up like a little bed in there.
Did you go in like a little race car bed or something?
He has a race car.
Does
bed.
he?
He does.
Aw,
Yeah.
that's
and,
cute. That's
I
cute.
was sleeping in
16.
the other room.
He's
Yeah,
16.
He's 24 years. So anyway, I was sleeping in the room with him, and then when I got up in the morning,
Yeah.
he was like, "You were sleep talking last night."
No.
And I was like, "Oh my god, what did I say?" Which could be really incriminating, you know? Like
Yeah.
I had no idea what
Yeah,
I
of course.
I had said, and he was like, "You rolled over in your sleep, and really slowly you said." Yeah, this is the good stuff. Which is also really incriminating. That's so ambiguous, right? And he's like, you said it really slowly, too, which is weird. And I was like, yeah, I don't know what that could have meant. Maybe I was eating some cake or something in my sleep.
This is the good stuff.
This is the good stuff.
That's
He's like, you
so
said it really
perfect.
slow. Like, yeah, this is the good stuff.
And you don't remember your dream or
No
anything.
idea.
That's so
Could
awesome.
have been anything.
Could have been anything.
Then my dad told me that I'm sorry, Jonathan, for bringing this up, if you hear this later in life. But my dad told me that he's been having a problem with sleepwalking recently.
Uh-oh.
This is not a lie. You
The
can
kid?
detect me on this. Yeah, the kid, my little brother.
yeah,
He's
your
11 years
brother.
old.
It's 11.
He said he's been having a problem with sleepwalking recently.
yeah,
and I
yeah,
guess
yeah.
a couple weeks ago, kid woke up in the middle of the night,
No.
walked to the trash can that he has in his room,
I know what happened next.
peed in the trash can.
Peed in the